Potentials.
Hello, welcome to Potentials. Afolabi Adun is my name, and today we will be looking at leadership. I am a life skills coach, and I'm also a trainer. And we're looking at leadership today. Leadership is so key, so important in everything that in personal development. So we're looking at what is leadership, leadership styles. We're looking at qualities of a good leader, and pitfalls leaders must avoid, amongst other things. So what is leadership? Leadership, in its simplest definition, is simply the art of influencing and motivating people towards achieving set objectives and goals. A leader must have objectives. So I take that again. Leadership is the art of influencing and motivating people towards achieving set objectives and goals. All right. And I'd like you to know that a leader without direction or goals will destroy his followers. You must have goals. Are you a leader? Are you a leader in your organization? Are you a leader in your church, in your group, in your mosque, in your family, wherever you are? If you're a leader, you must have clearly defined goals. You must have clearly defined objectives. Because the greatest disservice you can do to the people is not to have goals. A leader without direction will destroy his followers. So have goals. People, you have no right to ask people to follow you if you don't know where you are going. Please note that down. Thank you. 20 basic things to understand about leadership. I'd like to share some thoughts on leadership with you. 20 things you must understand about leadership. Number one, leadership is responsibility. If you're not ready for responsibility, you're not ready for leadership. Don't mean somebody who doesn't want responsibility, doesn't want assignment. Nobody should stress me. I just want to be alone. You cannot just be alone. You have to be responsible. Number two, leadership involves sacrifice and self-denial. There's something called the burden of leadership. The burden of leadership. The demands of leadership. You have to sacrifice your time, your money, your comfort, just for the good of the group. 3, leadership involves accountability. You are not existing on your own. Though you are leading people, you are also submitting to others. So you must be accountable. You must be accountable. You can't do what you like, when you like, how you like. Leadership involves accountability. Leadership involves maturity. You just have to overlook some things. As a leader, you must be matured. Don't be petty. It's not everything you must address. It's not everything you must insist on. At times, you just let certain things go because you are mature. All right? Maturity is the ability to overlook certain things. All right? Don't be a petty person. A leader should not be petty. Leadership involves humility. That's number 5. Humility. Now, you have to take this one seriously because you see, as a leader, you are the one people are looking up to. So they are always subservient. They are always, you can do no wrong. Okay? Before you know it, it gets to your head, and then you begin to make mistakes, and you begin to, arrogance and pride sets in. So as a leader, humility is important. Leadership involves honesty. Honesty. And honesty is not just about money. It's about keeping to your words. It's about being a man or woman of your words. It's about saying what you mean and meaning what you say. Being a man, keeping to your promises. You give somebody an appointment for 4, be there for 4. For 2, be there for 2. If you cannot make it, you put a call through. You have to show honesty. You have to show integrity. You have to show responsibility. Number 7, involvement. Leadership involves commitment to the vision. Whatever vision the group has, you must be committed. Don't be somebody who is not committed to the vision, who communicates in a lackadaisical way to the people in the group. They said we should do this, so they said we should. No, don't talk like that. Key into the vision of whatever it is, whatever group you represent, and be loyal. Be loyal, be committed to the vision. Be committed to the vision. Don't be a fifth columnist. Don't be somebody who does not believe in what the group is doing. Leadership also involves respect for higher authority. Higher authority. You are a leader, but you also have your report to. If you cannot respect those above you, then don't expect those below you to respect you. Like somebody said, if followership is too low for you, then leadership is too high for you. I'll say that again. If followership is too low for you, then leadership is too high for you. All right? So if you do not respect higher authority, don't expect respect from those who are below you. So those are things I'd like you to take into consideration. Let's continue. Leadership involves keeping to your words. Leadership involves foresight and strategically thinking ahead. As a leader, you must be proactive, not reactive. Leadership involves earning respect, not demanding respect. Don't demand respect, earn respect. There are 3 things you should not demand. Don't demand respect. Don't demand trust. Don't demand love. You earn love, you earn respect, you earn trust. Leadership involves mentoring. Mentoring. Raising people. Because you see, a leader without a successor is a failure. So you must mentor people. You must coach people to do the things that you are doing. If things work well only when you are around, you're not a good leader. The true test of a good leader is what happens in his absence. So things shouldn't work well only when you're around. And that's where mentorship comes in. That's where coaching comes in. That's where training. Train people, coach people, mentor people. Leadership involves team building and carrying everyone along. You carry people along. Leadership involves good record keeping. Keep your records. Keep your records, especially if you deal with information or you deal with money. Keep good records. Leadership involves motivating and inspiring those you are leading. Be an inspirational leader. Be somebody that they look up to. Leadership involves crisis management and conflict resolution. It's part of your job. Leadership involves self-preservation. Preserve yourself. It is because you are alive, because you are healthy, it's because you have what you have that you are relevant. The day you lose relevance, the day you lose what you have, you lose relevance. Nobody lines up behind an automated teller machine that is not paying. Once it's not paying, nobody goes there. You don't see ants gathering a plate that is empty. Once there's food in the plate, they call it a plate of food. Once it's empty, we call it a dirty plate. So whatever you are doing that is legitimate, that is giving you money, make sure you don't take it lightly. I tell you, people are loyal to you not because of you, but because of what they can get from you. That is human nature. So preserve yourself, preserve your job, preserve your health, preserve your finances. Because the day you go down, everybody disappears. Everybody disappears. Success loves company. Success has many, many relatives. But failure is an orphan. I'll say that again. Success has many relatives, has many fathers, but failure is an orphan. So do everything possible to be relevant so that you will, so that you'll be relevant. All right? Leadership involves making a mark, leaving a mark, making impact. Don't be a leader who doesn't leave impact. Don't be somebody who, they say there are three kinds of leaders. There are those who make things happen. There are those who watch things happen. And there are those who wonder what happened. What kind of leader are you? Be a leader that makes things happen, that makes impact. And it's not how long, it's how well. It's not how long, it's how well. It's not how long, it's how well. All right? So those are thoughts I want you to take into consideration vis-a-vis leadership. All right? Next, leadership is a continuum. Leadership is a continuum. Improve on where your predecessors stopped. Don't destroy your predecessor's hard work. Don't destroy his legacies. Don't start afresh. Don't do your own thing. Leadership is a continuum. They've asked you to take over a group, take over the company, take over the department, take over the church, take over the mosque, take over the association, the OCD association. Don't pull down what you met, except there are things that should be pulled down. Whatever thing that you see that is good, continue. Leadership is a continuum. Leadership is a continuum. You don't have to start afresh. And don't spend all the time blaming your predecessor. Make sure you just make something good of whatever situation you found yourself. Leadership involves prudence and financial discipline. As a leader, you must be prudent. You must be disciplined. You can't spend the group money just as you want to. You must be prudent. You must be accountable. You must be responsible. Leadership involves goal setting. You must set goals. The future belongs to those who plan for it. You have to set goals. Don't be that leader that says what's going to be is going to be. No, what's going to be is not going to be. You say, K, Sarah, Sarah. No. 1,000 times no. K, Sarah is not Sarah. Life does not give you what you deserve. Life gives you what you demand. Don't say what will be will be. Don't fold your arms and say things will sort themselves out. Things don't sort themselves out. People sort things out. The way you lay your bed is the way you lie in it. So make up your mind. Be a goal setter. And a goal is not the same thing as a wish. I've treated goal setting in previous editions of Potential. Be somebody who sets goals, specific goals, measurable goals, achievable and attainable goals, relevant goals, and most importantly, make sure you have a time frame. Don't say one of these days I'll do it. Don't say soon and very soon I'll do it. Don't say in the near future I'll do it. Don't say by the special grace of God, when God is ready I'll do it. When I'm ready I'll do it. No. 1,000 times no. You have a time frame. By December 2027, I will have, we'll take you more seriously. Now when you say one of these days, and soon and very soon. All right? So leadership involves goal setting. Leadership involves problem solving. You have to be a problem solver. You must be patient enough to solve problems and to take decisions. You take informed decisions. You don't take decisions based on sentiments. You don't take decisions based on hearsay. You get your facts right and ensure that you take decisions. One of these days in Potentials, I'm going to treat decision making and problem solving. So those are important aspects about leadership. Now let's go to things a leader must focus on. All right, or what the things a leader must do. A leader must have integrity. Number one is integrity. A leader must have integrity. A leader must have clear goals. A leader must set good examples. A leader must have vision. Vision. He must see what others don't see. He must see what others don't see. He must have vision. And not just vision, he must have imagination. Imagination. He must see with the eye, with the inner eye. The word imagination comes from two words, image and vision. Image and vision. Imagination. Image, vision. Imagine the vision. Imagine. And the word image comes from the Greek word optica. So you see. Optica, that's see. Sight. Eyes. So the leader must have imagination. He must see what others don't see. So he has the image and he has the vision. Imagination, image, vision. The leader must have the two. You see where you're going before you get there. It's so important. It's so important. The leader must have clear communication. Don't talk in such a way that you're not understood. And you also have to have courtesy. You must communicate with courtesy. Instead of saying shut up, you can say keep quiet. You can say lower your voice. Just saying it's a lie, you can say it's not true. Just saying get out, you can say please leave. Saying I will slap, you can say don't let me hit you. So saying that's a stupid suggestion. Do you have a better suggestion? Just saying you're still a short man. You're not too tall. Watch your communication. Talk in such a way that the people you're talking to don't get hurt. You can pass the message without hurting the person you're talking to. Leadership involves expecting the best. You must be positive. You must be positive. You must be an optimist, an unrepentant optimist. Always expect the best from your subordinates, from your colleagues, from yourself. Stop looking for what is wrong. Be looking for what is right. Don't say it will not work. You have no right to say something will not work until you have tried it. And for your information, the only thing worse than failing in life is not trying at all. I would rather try and fail than not try at all. Don't tell me it won't work. So be an optimist. Even when you fail, there's nothing wrong with failing. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a vital part of success. You can't tell me that the first time the Wright brothers tried the aeroplane, it flew. Most likely the first plane crashed. Most likely, I was told Michael Faraday that discovered electricity, it was electrocuted how many times? Until eventually, and when they asked him, wow, you eventually did it. How come? He said, I only discovered 900 ways not to get electricity. Same for Thomas Edison, who gave us the light bulb. Same for Steve Jobs, who gave us Apple. Same for Henry Ford, who gave us the car. Same for Graham Bell, who gave us the telephone. Same for all those great guys who have left their world better than they met it. They always had positive expectations. They never gave up the first time. Failure is simply an opportunity to begin again more intelligently. There's nothing wrong with failing. For those of you who don't want to fail, then you don't want to succeed. And I have good news for those who have failed. No matter how many times you fail, you are still better than a man who never tried. Potentials is a result of trying. It's a result of an attempt. I just made up my mind, I'm going to give it a try. The world must hear me. And now I'm on YouTube. As the last time I checked, I had about 4,000 something views. Over 400 subscribers. I just started. Because I'm set on a course that I must follow. What is it that you have in your mind that you don't want to try? You are saying it will not work. No, don't be a pessimist. Try. It's better to try and fail than not to try at all. Take some risks. Leave your comfort zone. Take some risks. The only thing Like somebody said, the greatest risk a man can take is not to take any risk at all. Another person said, take risks. If you succeed, you'll be richer. If you fail, you'll be wiser. Whichever way, you're better off. You will not lose on all angles. Take risks. Money is the reward you get for taking risks. So you must expect the best. And once your expectations are right, your experiences will be right. Because your expectations determine your experiences. Never say something will not work until you have tried it. So a leader must expect the best. You must believe in your subordinates, that they will turn out well. You must believe in their potential, not only their ability. What's the difference? Ability is what they can do that they are doing. Potential is what they can do that they are not yet doing. And a leader must offer support. You must support the team. Don't abandon them. Don't be somebody who abdicates. Don't be somebody who's not there for the people. You must show that you care. And let me say this to you. People do not care how much you know until they first of all know how much you care. I said that again. Subordinates, team members do not care how much you know until they first know how much you care. Be a caring leader. Be a compassionate leader. Be an empathetic leader. Be a sympathetic leader. Be a kind leader. Be there for the people you are leading. Be there for the people you are leading. The leader must offer encouragement. Encourage people. We live in a world, we live in a country, at least where I live, I'm in Nigeria, things are so tough. It has never been this bad. And so people are losing faith in God, losing faith in self, losing faith in the system, losing faith in the leadership, losing faith in the church, losing faith in the mosque, losing faith in life. The suicide records have gone up. So what are you going to do as a leader? Encourage them. Every time you talk, give them words of encouragement. Spur them up. Tell them things will turn out well. Tell them that the darkest part of the night is just before dawn. Tell them that the only thing worse than failing is not trying. Tell them they are going to come out bigger and stronger. Tell them that after the rain comes shine. Tell them that at the end of every tunnel, there is light. There is light. Tell them they will not stay down. Tell them there's nothing wrong in falling, but they shouldn't stay down. Tell them that things are getting better. That they are winners, not losers. They are victors, not victims. That they are destined for one thing, success and success only. Don't talk them down. Don't discourage them. A leader must be an encourager. No matter your challenges, we all have challenges as leaders. Shield your subordinates from what you are going through. Shield your team members from what you are going through. You have pain, don't let it be obvious. Is that all right? Manage a smile. Force out a smile, even in the midst of the challenges. Then a leader must also always offer recognition. Recognize your hard workers. Recognize your high flyers. Recognize those who are doing well. Recognize them. Somebody said that leaders who do not recognize their hard workers and their good guys are unconsciously encouraging their bad workers to continue being bad. You have a team of 5. 2 are recalcitrant. 2 are uncooperative. 2 are habitual latecomers. And then 3 are doing so well. Always doing what you want, but no commendation from you. Very soon they will start diminishing and start behaving like those 2 guys. And then those 2 guys will be making fun of them. Upon all what you are doing, what did the boss say? Recognize your hard workers. Even at home, recognize your children that are doing the right thing. Be an appreciative leader. Appreciate your spouse. Appreciate your team members. Learn to say thank you. Don't personalize team success. As a leader, you must give recognition, all right? And then you must focus on the team interests. Don't focus on your own self. Don't be a selfish leader. Me, myself, and I. Whatever comes into for the group, you corner it to yourself. That's not leadership. You must focus on the team good. And lastly, as a leader, you must be inspiring. Be inspiring. I want to be inspiring. I try to inspire people. That's what I'm doing even on Potentials. I try to let people know that there's nothing you cannot do. I always tell them that there are only 2 ways their life can go forward and upward. Inspire your team members. Inspire, spur them up. Spur them, be there. Be waiting for them at the finish line. Don't be only interested in results. Be interested in effort. Did you get that? Don't be only be interested in results. You didn't do this on time. Okay, but you tried. You tried. Celebrate attempts. Celebrate efforts. All right, let's go now. Functions of effective leaders. An effective leader must set goals. He must share the vision. He must build his team building, resolve conflicts. He must coordinate. He must delegate. You must learn to delegate. Things shouldn't work well only when you're around. Learn to delegate. Learn to delegate. Learn to delegate. Delegation is a topic under which I'll treat very soon. Then you must solve problems, you must motivate, you must discipline. Now, this is simple. A leader must be firm. A lawless organization will not stand. Put your foot down. Don't be somebody who condones indiscipline. A leader must discipline. Be disciplined and must instill discipline. And for discipline, then it must be accountable. It must be accountable. All right? Now, differences between a good leader and a bad leader. Are you ready for this? Differences between a good leader and a bad leader. Number one, a good leader inspires and motivates. A bad leader directs and controls. He doesn't inspire. He directs, he controls, he bullies, he intimidates. Why have you not? Will you? Will you? That's not leadership. That's you are a boss, you are not a leader. So a good leader inspires and motivates, but a bad leader directs and controls. A good leader is people and task-centered. He combines both. He's concerned about the job, the task, and also combined about the people doing the job. But a bad leader is only concerned about the job. He's task-centered. He's not concerned about the people. He's not concerned about the welfare. Just do the job. Don't be that kind of person who is more interested in the job than the people doing the job. You must strike a balance. A good leader leads by example. A bad leader leads by force. He forces people. A good leader carries subordinates along. A bad leader leaves subordinates behind. He's not a team player. He just wants to be at the top. He doesn't carry others along. No mentorship. No, nothing like that. No mentorship. He's not training anybody. He's not duplicating himself with anybody. Just what I want to do is what I want to do. A good leader leads by example. A bad leader leads by force. A good leader, okay, sorry, I've said that. A good leader is democratic, but a bad leader is autocratic. He's autocratic. He's authoritative. But a good leader is democratic. At least he seeks others' opinion. He might not do what they have said, but at least he hears them out. Wow. A good leader thinks before acting. A bad leader acts before thinking. Now you must think before you act, so that you don't make decisions that will put you into trouble and put the team into trouble. You must be proactive, and you must anticipate problems before they occur. A good leader earns respect. A bad leader demands respect. A good leader encourages his subordinates to better and improve themselves. But a bad leader deliberately sits on subordinates' potentials and stagnates their progress. He doesn't want them to make progress. He doesn't want them to be better or as good as he is. A good leader earns respect. A bad leader demands respect. I told you earlier, there are three things you must not demand. You don't demand love. You don't demand loyalty. You don't demand respect. You earn love. You earn loyalty. You earn respect. And even trust. So you don't demand or you earn trust. A good leader originates. A bad leader imitates. A good leader shares the group glory. The bad leader personalizes the group glory. He personalizes glory. A good leader is a team player. A bad leader is a lone ranger. A good leader is self-driven. A bad leader is people-driven. A good leader takes decisions based on facts. A bad leader takes decisions based on sentiments. A good leader takes responsibility for his actions. But a bad leader transfers the blame. It's not me. It's you guys. It blames people, even for his own faults. It transfers the responsibility for his actions. A good leader listens more than he talks. But a bad leader talks more than he listens. Brothers and sisters, be good listeners. Be listeners. When you talk, repeat what you already know. But when you listen, you learn. I say that again. When you talk, repeat what you already know. When you listen, you learn. And don't listen to respond. Listen to understand. As a leader, listen to your subordinates. I say this to you. Leaders who do not allow their subordinates to talk, who do not listen to their subordinates, will soon be surrounded by people who have nothing to say. I'll say that again. Leaders who do not listen to their subordinates will soon be surrounded by people who have nothing to say. And that's the very dangerous state to be in. They agree with everything you say. Exactly, sir. That's true. That's what I wanted to say. It's as if you're reading my mind. In fact, you are always correct, sir. Is that what you want as a leader? Is that what you want? You caused it. So from today, be a listener. Listen to your subordinates and your colleagues. A good leader is selfless, all right, and considerate. A bad leader is self-centered and selfish. Me, myself, and I. Those are the only three words in his dictionary, in his vocabulary. A good leader seeks the good of his subordinates. A bad leader seeks only his own good. Which one are you? Are you a good leader? Are you a bad leader? The choice is yours to choose. All right. And of course, a good leader also communicates well and effectively. Let's go to good performance tips for leaders. Number one, keep all appointments you make. As a leader, if you have an appointment, keep it. If for any reason you cannot make it, you put a call through. Don't just assume. They should know. They should know I'm busy. No, no, no. So keep all your appointments. We are talking about good performances for leaders. Number 2, make punctuality a personal policy of yours. Be punctual to all activities and appointments. It's a good thing. Let the leader be the first to get to your meetings. Be a man or woman of your words. Keep your words at all times. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Let your yea be yea, let your nay be nay. Don't keep people waiting. Attend to people as soon as you can. Number 4. Number 5, don't promise what you cannot deliver. Don't promise what you cannot deliver. Don't be under so much pressure that you end up biting more than you can chew. Why should you not make a promise you cannot deliver? You see, a promise is a debt when not fulfilled. And when you make a promise, you create hope. When you fulfill the promise, you win trust. I'll say that again. When you make a promise, you create hope. If I tell you now, I'm going to give you $100, $1,000 after this session, you'll be hopeful, you'll be happy. Now, if I don't do it, you'll be disappointed. I lose trust, I lose your trust. So I'll say it again. When you make a promise, you create hope. When you fulfill the promise, you win trust. Next, do unto others exactly what you would like them to do unto you. Don't demand respect, earn respect. Next, be neat and presentable at all times. You see, people see you before they hear you. The leader should be presentable, should be neat. Why should people enter a group and not know you as a leader? You don't stand out. We live in a generation where people say it doesn't matter. I wear what I like. No, you don't wear what you like as a leader. Because you see, people see you before they hear you. Dress the way you like to be addressed. Be ready for your opportunity. You don't know what will come. Dress well. Dress for the occasion. All the king did was to send for Joseph. He did not know what we were calling him for. The Bible says that he changed, he dressed, he shaved and changed. He was going. He said, this might be my opportunity. And let me say this to you. It is better to be prepared for an opportunity and it does not come than for an opportunity to come and you're not prepared for it. I'll say that again. It is better to be prepared for an opportunity and it does not come than for an opportunity to come and you're not prepared for it. Be ready for your opportunity. And be very careful about your first impressions. Because first impression lasts longest. And unfortunately, you will never get a second opportunity to make a first impression. So get it right the first time. I would rather be overdressed than underdressed. I would rather be overdressed than underdressed. Because I don't know. I don't know who is watching. I don't know what opportunity might just come as a result of my appearance. So be neat and presentable at all times. Next, never compromise your integrity, no matter the pressure and temptation. No matter the pressure, refuse to cower, refuse to change those figures, refuse to falsify figures, refuse to lie. Don't compromise your integrity. You are bigger than any amount that is being used to tempt you. Because it takes 20 years to build a reputation, and in just 2 minutes you can lose it. You can lose it. Guard your name. Guard your reputation. It's your hard-earned reputation. Be a man or woman of integrity. Reply all correspondences. Number 11. There are some leaders that don't reply correspondences. They send you a WhatsApp message, a text message, a Kingchat message. You see a missed call, you won't call back. They sent you a message, you will not even acknowledge. So how does the person know that you have seen it? No matter how busy you are, acknowledge correspondence. It's part of courtesy. It is rude, it is wrong, it's unfair not to acknowledge a message that you saw. Even if you don't respond, at least acknowledge. Acknowledge. Even if it's just like this. Let the person know. Let the person know that you saw it. You're a leader. You're a leader. Next, treat your subordinates with courtesy. Treat your colleagues with regard. And of course, if you have superiors, with respect. Treat your subordinates with courtesy. Why should you treat your subordinates with courtesy? Because the table of life turns. You will not always be in that position. You will not always be. And the small boys of today will be the big boys of tomorrow. You are working in a place, don't create, and don't be vindictive. Don't be a bully. Don't intimidate people, because you will leave one day. And when you leave, you want something there, you can't go back. You've risen to the position of managing director, of HOD. Now it's time for you to leave. Tomorrow your son is looking for where to do his industrial attachment. His youth service, you can't even send him to where you worked for 20 years, for 25 years. Why? Because you did not sow the right seeds. That's betrayal of trust. So don't divulge confidential information in your custody to third parties. Always be in the right frame of mind before taking decisions. Never take a decision when you are angry, and never make a promise when you are excited. Cool down, calm down, and rationalize decisions well. Is that clear? So these are good performance tips for leaders. Let's look at leadership styles. Leadership styles. Leadership styles. Now we have the autocratic style, the authoritative style, the affiliative style, the democratic style, and then we have the pace setting, and then lastly the coaching style. Let me just give you an idea of what they is. The autocratic leader says, "Do as I say." Autocratic leader believes that he or she is the smartest person, knows more than others. They make all the decisions with no input from others. That's not too nice. Don't be autocratic. And we have the authoritative style. This is also called visionary. This one says, "Follow me." Now, unlike the autocratic leader, the autocratic leaders take time to explain their thinking. They don't just issue orders. All right? They allow people choice and latitude, but their style is authoritative, though they are not autocratic. Once we have agreed what I want to do, you must do it. Though you are part of the decision-making process. Then you have the pace-setting style. This one is "Do as I do." This style describes a very driven leader who sets the pace. He gives targets and pushes people to achieve that. That's what we call management by objectives. So he sets the pace, he sets the goal, and then he drives you to achieve a pace-setting style. And we have the democratic style. The democratic leader carries everyone along. They seek others' opinions before taking a final decision. He does not impose his will on others. Now that has its own limitations. Sometimes you need to be you need to put your foot down. Sometimes you have to be autocratic. You cannot afford to be asking too many questions when you have a crowd, because some decisions just have to be taken on the spur of the moment. Then you have the affiliative style. The coaching style. This one, the leader uses the coaching style. He seeks to unlock people's potential. He gives people a little direction to help them, all right, tap into their abilities, all right, and it shows them what they can do. Everybody needs a coach. And then we have the affiliative style. People confess. That's the affiliative style. The people confess. His approach is where the leader gets very close and personal with people. He pays attention to their emotional needs and is highly emotionally intelligent. Now, no style should be used in isolation. You can need to combine. If you are too affiliative, they might take advantage of you. All right? So, autocratic, authoritative, pace settings, democratic, coaching, affiliative. Those are the 6 leadership styles. We'll treat them more extensively in subsequent lectures. All right? Now, what are those areas leaders must pay serious attention to? You must pay attention to punctuality to meetings, your neatness to appearance. You must be neat. You must have initiative, your attitude to the team. You must be competent. You must improve your competency level. You must improve your proficiency level. Never be a leader that is not competent. Otherwise, they will knock you out. Team playing capabilities, time management capabilities. You must work on your time management. Don't be somebody who wastes time. Don't say no hurry in life. There is hurry in life. You must be time conscious. Don't be somebody who's never. The last edition, I think I told about time management, and I told you that as far as time is concerned, God gave everybody the same amount of time, 24 hours in a day. The rich man, the poor man, the black man, the rich man. So as a leader, you must use time well. You must use time well. Have the right attitude. That's the major difference between the rich and the poor. The rich man is always thinking, because you see, time is a convertible resource. Time is a perishable resource. It's also a convertible. Why is it perishable resource? What do I mean? You can't store time. You can't keep time. You cannot say this time should not, the clock should not move. So it's perishable. It doesn't last. But time is also a convertible resource. If you save time, you can use the time you have saved to make money. I discovered that in my research of time. Time is a convertible resource. And that is where the rich man and the poor man are different. The rich man is always thinking of how to save time. The poor man is always thinking of how to save money. So what happens to both of them? The rich man spends money to save time. The poor man spends time to save money. You see the way? But you see, the rich man that has spent money to save time can convert the time he has saved into money. I'll give you an example. You call a rich man, you call a poor man, tell both of them to go from point A to point B. Let's say, like I'm in Nigeria now, to go from Kano to Lagos. The first thing the rich man thinks about is how can he save time. So it goes by air, but it's more expensive. So he spends money to save time. He buys his tickets, XYZ amount. Lagos to Kano, he does it in maybe 1 hour. He does his business in Kano or wherever he has gone to, and he can even go back to base that same day and continue on his work. The poor man wants to save what? Money. So he's going to go by road. So he has spent time to save money. The rich man has spent money to save time. That man that has gone by road will spend 12 or 15 or 17 hours on the road. That day is wasted. The next day, he does what he wants to do in Lagos. Then the third day, he comes back. 3 days to do a 500,000 naira business. Rich man spent the same 500,000 to go and come, but he has made millions because he has saved time. Try to save time. Don't be looking at how to save money. If you can save time, you will ultimately save money. Did you get what I said? Time is a convertible resource. Time is a convertible resource. All right? So your time management skills. You must also be concerned about your personal organization. Don't be a scattered leader. Be personally organized. It shows in your appearance. It shows in your language. It shows in your meeting your commitments. Next, relationship with your subordinates. I said that earlier. I'll say it again. Have good relationship with your subordinates as a leader, because your subordinate today will be the head of that department tomorrow. Will be the head of that organization tomorrow. Will be everything tomorrow. Have good relationship. I'm not saying you should overlook their faults, but for goodness sake, correct in love. Correct in love. The recruits today, the sergeant today will be a general tomorrow, when the current general has retired. If that's possible. I don't know if a sergeant can ever become a general anyway, but let me say, the lieutenant today will become a general tomorrow. I've seen this happen over and over again. You have a retired general who cannot even go back to where he worked, who cannot put a call through to his former 2IC. Why? Because they do not relate well. Remember, power is transient. Remember, power is transient. Remember, power is transient. All right? Then you must work on your meeting set targets, your communication skills, resource conservation. Don't be a waster. As a leader, don't waste the resources of the group. Don't waste the resources of the group. You see an example in the Bible, Jesus. After he had fed the 5,000 people, and women were not counted, he was concerned about what was left. He said, what is left? They said, what is left? I want to know. He was concerned. Then he said they should gather everything together. And the Bible gives us the record of what was left. And he said they should give them to the boy. And at the end, he said, gather everything that none be wasted. God is extravagant, but he's not wasteful. He's not wasteful at all. He might give you, like the Bible says, exceedingly abundantly above or whatever you ask or think. But that does not mean he's a waster. Don't waste resources. Don't waste power. Don't waste money. Don't waste time. Don't waste opportunities. Don't waste words. Don't waste anything. Conserve resources. so that you can have more to do big things. Is that all right? Then you must be concerned about drive and determination. Never lose your goal. Never lose your zeal. Never lose your drive. Never lose your zeal. Keep the fire burning. As a leader, you must keep the fire burning. You have a responsibility to keep the fire burning. All right? Then goal setting capabilities, set goals. All right. And that's about all that I think that you must pay attention to. All right? The 5C formula for effective leadership. Number 1 is consistency. A leader must be consistent. Number 2 is commitment. We're talking about the 5 C's of leadership. Consistency. Number 2, commitment. You must be committed. If you are not committed, people you are leading will not be committed. Self-control. We call it ingratia. You must hold back. You don't respond to everything negatively. Self-control. Control your temper. Control your emotions. Then competence. The leader must be competent. But you see, you cannot be competent if you are not. You cannot be competent if you don't know what you are supposed to do. So competence. Try and be a competent leader who knows his onions. When you talk based on facts. And then creativity. The leader must be creative, must be innovative, must be dynamic, must be innovative. You're in charge of an organization. Be a creative person. Be an innovative person. Organizations that do not innovate, that are not creative, will die. They will lose relevance. Who will have believed that BlackBerry will go out of business? Nokia. These were market leaders. Can you imagine BlackBerry? Today, dead and buried. BlackBerry is buried. That's a fine one. No innovation. But look at Apple. Look at Samsung. They keep coming up with innovations, with dynamism. You must innovate. Look at Coca-Cola. Now let me say this to you. It is more difficult to stay at the top than to get to the top. That's why if you're at the top, you must be innovative. You must be dynamic. Look at Coca-Cola. What is the secret? Why have they remained relevant? Almost maybe 70 or more years. What is their secret? To me, dynamism, innovation. They started with Coca-Cola. Then they said, what of those that don't take cola? Don't take Coke because of the cola content. So they did Fanta to add. What of those that don't like cola, don't like Fanta because of the orange, of the sweetness? They did Sprite. What of those that they just want something bitter, though it's a soft drink? They did bitter lemon. What of those that don't want any taste at all? They did soda. You have Fanta soda. What of those that don't want anything to do with soft drink? They did 5 Alive, the juice. What of those that don't want soft drink? They don't want juice? They did Ever Water. You see innovation? Whichever way, your money must enter Coca-Cola's pockets. Why? Innovation, dynamism. When it's time for Christmas, you see their promos. Time for Salah, you see their promos. Just check under the collar, the cover, the cork, whatever you see, it's yours. That's not the way they have Diet Coke for those who don't want that. They have sugar-free Coke. They have the one for the sweet guys. They have different sizes. They have in can. They have in bottle. They have the big size. They have a plan, at least in Nigeria. If you have a party, they will ice it for you. You book. They have their freezers and all that. They give it to you cold. They go around the different people that are selling their products. They give them fridges. They give them refrigerators. And they tell them the only thing that should be inside is our product. If you give me a refrigerator, why won't I sell your product? They reward their distributors. Sometimes there was a time they came up with, in the bottle, your name is there. I don't know how they did that. So you want to buy a Fanta? Sorry, Coca-Cola? You want to buy 7-Up? You want to buy whatever? And then you see something that your name is on it. Michael, won't you take the one with your name on it? Innovation, dynamism. I'll say it again. Organizations that do not innovate will die a natural death. Not that you would die as in die, but others will just, when Nokia was rounding up, the MD said, we didn't do anything wrong, but others just did better than us. Be innovative. As a leader, be innovative. In charge of whatever you are, be innovative, be dynamic. All right? Be creative. So what are the 5 C's for effective leadership? Consistency, commitment, self-control, competence, creativity. Great. Every leader must be involved in managing time, communicating, goal setting, and adaptability. All right. So, As a leader, lastly, finally, you must improve yourself in the following areas. Number one, your personality. Your personality. You cannot be inspiring if you don't have a good personality. And when I say personality, what am I talking about? Self-confidence. Be a confident person. Don't let anybody talk you down. Don't let anybody make you feel inferior. And I have good news for you. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. You have to permit it. You cannot talk me down. You cannot talk my children down, even when they were this tall. Even when they were this tall. I kept telling them, we might not be the richest, but we're not the poorest. Whatever you want, talk to daddy about it. If I cannot get it for you, I'll put it in my plans. And God always provided for me. I was always there, and I'm still there for them. They're all in university now. So don't let anybody talk you down. You might not be the richest, but you're not the poorest. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. Stand in front of the mirror and talk to the person in the mirror. Tell yourself you are doing well. Tell yourself you are set on a course that you must follow. Tell yourself you are not where you plan to be, but you are not where you started from. And tell yourself that you are moving forward. That the only two ways your life can go forward and upwards. So a leader must have self-confidence. A leader must have self-discipline. That's under personality. You must be disciplined. Don't be somebody who is always always doing things that will make you compromise your standards. Don't be be ruled by your emotions. Be moved by what is right. Be moved by what is right. Then punctuality, sincerity, integrity, courtesy. Learn to say thank you. Learn to say sorry. Learn to say excuse me. Learn to say pardon me. Learn to apologize when you are wrong. Then determination. A leader must be determined. Under personality, your determination. What is determination? Staying power, resilience. If you seem to give up, don't give up. Fight your fight. The Bible calls it a good fight of faith. Everybody has a fight to fight. Don't run away from the fight. Fight your fight. Don't operate what I call the water principle. What is the water? Water is always looking for a way of escape. Water does not have stability. Water takes the shape of anything you put it in. If you put water in a cup, it takes the shape of the cup. Put water in a glass, it takes the shape of the glass. In a bucket, the shape of the bottle. The bucket. In a bottle, no stability. No consistency. Always looking, always accepting the status quo. Always conforming. Hey, don't be that. Don't be like that. Don't be somebody who follows the crowd. Don't follow the crowd except the crowd happens to be going your way. Can I say that again? Do not follow the crowd except the crowd happens to be going your way. Be a determined person. Don't give up. Don't give up. You know what you went through to get your degree if you have a degree. Now you want to give up after 3 years of business? You want to resign because they spoke to you badly in the office? Where would they not speak to you badly? Where would they? Now you have left the office. They spoke to you badly on the job, you left. They spoke to you badly in the church, you left. They spoke to you badly in the old student association, you left. Now you are alone. You have isolated yourself. And when you isolate yourself, you become a prey for the devil. Because the devil works for, that's the way lions feed. They look out for that sheep or that antelope that has left the lions. Don't attack group. So when you step out of the group, and that's what you have done to yourself, go back to wherever it is you left and fight your fights. Fight your fights. They are bullying you at school. Fight your fights. Make up your mind that you are going to make something good out of your life. That's what I did. That's what I did. That's what I did. I had reservations concerning certain things, concerning a particular area of my life, and I withdrew. And I told myself, no, I'll go back and I'll fight my fight. I'll go back and be relevant. I'll go back and impact those that have been impacting. Nobody can frustrate me out of what God has given to me. And that's what I did. That's what I did. That's what I did. So go back now. Don't let anybody win through your giving up. No, go back. Go back. Take what belongs to you. Make up your mind. God has given you a life of impact. Don't let anybody frustrate you. Don't let anybody, any company, any boss, any colleague, any usher, any relative, go back. You have left your marriage because of your in-laws. Go back. Go back. Go back and take what belongs to you. You've left your church because of something you're not happy about. Go back. You resigned because they spoke to you anyhow. Go back if it's possible, because you resigned. I hope they can take you back. If you must leave a place, leave on your own volition. Leave because God told you to leave, not because anybody frustrated you out. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? Go back. Determination. Don't be like water. Don't be like water, always looking for a way of escape. No wonder when Jacob was talking to his children about their future, he talked to, I think it was Reuben or so. He said, unstable as water, thou shalt not excel. He used water as the analogy. He said, Reuben, you are my first son. You are the excellency of my strength. He says, but you are unstable as water. He says, you shall not excel. It was not a curse. It was not a curse. It was his observation. And if you read later on, you see that Reuben exhibited all those things. But he said concerning Joseph, he said, Joseph is a fruitful bough. They have tried to bend you. They have done everything, but you have refused to be broken. He says, your hands were made strong by the hands of the Almighty. Let that be your story. Let that be your testimony. Let that be your experience. Just a fighter. Fight till the end. Fight to the end. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. And don't let anybody throw in the towel for you. Don't let anybody give up on your behalf. You know, in boxing, sometimes the coach will throw in the towel. Nobody must throw in the towel for you. Fight. Fight. Be the last man standing. Fight your fights. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? Go back. Go back. You used to be in power before, a position of authority. Your time has expired. You are now. Don't let anybody laugh at you. Don't let anybody look down upon you. Make the best. Just yourself. Whatever you are doing before, go back. Go back to your business. Go back to your chamber. Go back to your engineering business. Go back to your whatever. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. You're not the first person to be a former this, a former that. Go back. Go back. Dust yourself. Dust your files. And be the best that God has called you to be. That's my admonition. Everybody here, whatever it is that you are doing, I was giving you results, fight your fight. So a leader must be determined, that you must have intelligence, make the right choices, take the right decisions, and then you must have character. Character. All right? So that's your personality. All right? So that's basically all. Work on your anger management skills. Work on your people management skills. Work on your goal setting skills, your listening skills. I said it earlier. Leaders who do not listen to their subordinates will soon be surrounded by people who have nothing to say. Your listening skills. Then your facing challenges skills. Don't run away from challenges. They make you bigger. They make you stronger. Winners don't quit and quitters don't win. The door of success opens to those who push hardest. Fight your fight. Fight your fight. And then manage finances right. Is that all right? Oh boy, what is failure? Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. Don't be afraid of failure. All right? All right. Finally, questions leaders must ask themselves. Number one, am I doing the most and the best I can do as a leader? First, are doing the best, you are not doing the most. First, are doing the most, you are not doing the best. Are you doing the best and the most? Am I self-driven or am I externally driven? Ask yourself. Do you do things from within, or situations and people make you do the things you do? Am I dependable? Am I reliable? Am I diligent? Even the Bible says, "Seest thou a man diligent in his business, he will not stand before mean men." Do you want to stand before mean men? Then be diligent. Take what you are doing seriously. I'm taking potential seriously. I'm giving potential my best. My money, my time, my ideas, all what I'm telling you is a result of research and prayers. I don't do things half measure. I would rather not do it than to do it half, because anything worth doing is worth doing well. So be meticulous. Are you meticulous? Are you conscientious? Are you target driven? Do you multitask or you only single task? You don't do anything apart from just one thing. You will not win in today's world. Am I adding value to the team? Am I honestly contributing my own quota to the progress and success of this team? If I leave the team today, will my absence be felt? Will it be difficult to replace me? Work in such a way that it's difficult to replace you. If you ever step out, let your absence be felt. And I have something to tell you. If your presence is not noticed, your absence will not be felt. There are three kinds of people in every organization. There are those who make things happen. There are those who watch things happen. And there are those who wonder what happened. Which are you? So I leave you with this, brothers and sisters. Life does not give you what you deserve, but life gives you what you demand. The door of success opens to those who push hardest. And things don't just happen. People make things happen. The way you make your bed is the way you lie in it. Come back with a testimony. You are either complaining or you are explaining. The choice is yours. And there are only two results you can come back with. You either come back with results or you come back with excuses. I'd rather come back with results than excuses. Make up your mind. Make something good out of your life. Potential.